Hey, what is going on guys, Ben here, and today I'm super excited to be checking out the brand new iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max and tell you guys why not only this phone is so great, but also hopefully help you figure out which model to pick up. So without further ado, let's just jump right on in. Alright, so let's jump right into the box of these three phones. You can see this year there is no more plastic wrap, just this little pull tab, which is great for the environment. Now getting into the box, we are greeted with the phones themselves, and then underneath, of course, we get the charging cable and some documentation. No power brick still. Now taking a look at the design of this phone, you can see it is very similar to the iPhone 12 Pro. This year's blue color is definitely more of a lighter pastel, kind of silvery blue, and I actually think it looks quite distinguished. The lighter stainless rails should also help show scratches less easily too, which was definitely an issue with my previous iPhone 12 Pro. Now both the graphite and blue colors look excellent, however the blue is definitely less stealthy this year than it was last year, so if you're into an inconspicuous look, then I definitely go with the black one. Now the blue and the white phones both stand out a lot this year, especially with those larger shiny camera bumps, which by the way are ginormous and protrude way more than last year, albeit you don't really notice that in day-to-day handling. But if you want the truly most unique and eye-catching option, that pastel Sierra blue has to be the way to go. Now speaking of the camera bump, the cameras on this year's iPhone are one of the three major changes Apple made to this phone. The new phones all feature larger sensor shift camera sensors that provide incredibly sharp images and stable video. Apple also increased the zoom on the telephoto lens to 3 times and improved the ultra-wide camera to make it overall sharper and let in more light, so photos and especially video look better from all of these cameras too. They even added a focus motor to the ultra-wide, which allows it to take macro photography. But most importantly, Apple improved the low light capabilities of the ultra-wide camera, which was seriously lacking before. This makes it a much more versatile lens system, especially for vlogging, where that ultra-wide camera really provides the most natural field of view for scenarios like this. Apple also added a cinematic mode if you really want to step up your video quality, allowing you to shift focus on subjects using an artificial blur. Now it's still in early stages of development, so you definitely see some accidental blurring or missed spots quite often, but I see a lot of potential with this feature down the line. Now the second thing Apple improved with this iPhone is the screen. They made the notch smaller, the screen brighter, and for the first time in an iPhone added a 120Hz display. Now this is a huge deal and makes the iPhone feel so incredibly smooth to use. It's really hard to convey on video, but the iPhone feels so much faster and more responsive than before, even if the processor from before was working perfectly fine. I highly recommend that you go to an Apple store or something just to try this for yourself and see just how smooth this phone feels to use. The difference is quite shocking. Now finally, the last improvement is in the battery life. Apple made this year's phones a tiny bit thicker and heavier so they could incorporate a larger battery into it. And this has made a huge difference when it comes to day-to-day use. I can now confidently get through a full day of use on this phone, where before if I was on TikTok or FaceTime for a bit in the middle of the day, my phone would be dead around 8 p.m. And on the Pro Max, the battery is even better, and I can surpass an entire day's use on just a single charge, which is nuts. So all in all, while it may not look like this year's iPhone is a revolutionary jump or anything over the iPhone 12 Pro, the iPhone 13 Pro really has stood out to me in offering tangible improvements to the device that actually make noticeable differences in my day-to-day use of the iPhone. I'm really happy with this year's upgrades, and I definitely recommend this iPhone if you're at all in the market for a new phone. Anyway, that has been my review and color comparison of the brand new iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought, and also if you want to see more content like this in the future, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, as there's a lot of cool tech coming out right now and I can't wait to show you guys. Anyway, that's been it. Thanks, subscribe, and peace out. I will catch you all next time.